Hey everybody, this is Derek for the Grumpy Guy Show, talking about episode number 120. Winnie the Pooh gets jiggy with it. Recorded on Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Tonight's topics. Why are they named that? It's not illegal. AI and engineers. Stick around, folks. We have a special guest with us and a good time with it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Grumpy Guy Show. I'm Derek McAllister.
I'm Ryan McAllister.
And tonight we've got a guest joining us. Welcome back, Justin.
Hello.
So we got a packed show, and of course, since we have three of us on here, we've only got an hour. But if we end up going longer than that, we can pause and start another meeting and join back up. But I don't know if we'll actually need to do that or not. We'll see. So what do you say we get right into it?
All right, let's see what we got here.
All right, so
Which one do you want to start with?
I'm going to start out with the talk about Time Person of the Year.
Okay.
So at one point in time, get it? Time.
Time.
At one point, it used to mean something. The person of the year that Time picked was somebody who either contributed a lot to humanity or, they did something special. The last few years, it's just gotten to be a stupid popularity contest. Do you guys know who's the Time Person of the Year this year?
No, who's the Time Person of the Year?
I'm looking it up.
Taylor Swift. What the hell has Taylor Swift done other than line her own damn pocket with more money?
What's she done this year that she doesn't do every year?
I mean, seriously, she does nothing.
No, I think literally the part of the reason for it might literally be because I was saying to Ryan, because I was listening to a MatPat video and he was going over this about how here in America, literally Taylor Swift is one of the few actual giant country cornerstone pop culture things we all have now because of the internet. But otherwise, she really hasn't done anything other than sing her own music.
Yeah. And
she just did what she normally does.
I complained about it once before early on here on the show about the fact that she went and she complained that Spotify wasn't paying her enough, so she took her music off of there. And Spotify pointed out, no, it's not that we're not paying you enough. It's that your people are taking too much before it gets to you. We're paying you what we're contracted to pay you. So, all she cares about is money. And she re-released an old album or something like that this year. And why did she do that? So she could make more money. It's dumb.
No, exactly. Because it's literally just boo-hoo, let me, wait, yeah, I got this. Let's see if I have a singular dollar to reenact this here. Yes, I do. Boo-hoo! Woe is me!
So I've got the runners up pulled up here, and this year's runners up were Sam Altman, who is one of the leading figures of the AI revolution or whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of that makes sense to a point.
Yeah.
Barbie, probably because of her movie.
Yeah, another popularity contest crap.
King Charles, that's not surprising.
That's just dumb. I mean, what the hell did he do?
That's just because
his mother died.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Again.
I mean, at least when
I know,
at least when you put the president-elect as person of the year, at least they did something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My thing is, I would rather have Queen Elizabeth, even if she's dead, get the award rather than King Charles. Because I'm sorry, because at least she's done something. That's the thing. Right? If you look at it historically, she's actually done something. Meanwhile, King Charles here.
She did all sorts of stuff over her 90-plus years of life.
Yeah,
No, exactly.
And I mean, what has Charles done? Oh, I'm charmed, I'm sure.
Not much.
You know, I mean, he's just lived a life of luxury. He's done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, literally, was it? I think most of the British citizens don't even like him either.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most hilarious part about it.
Yeah.
It's monarchy. Right. Why would you...
Exactly.
I don't get why anyone would prefer a monarchy over democracy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quasi-monarchy. It's not a full monarchy.
I mean, it's a constitutional monarchy.
Yeah, there's limits to the power of the king.
Yeah.
But...
Hollywood strikers.
Yeah, what'd they do for anybody? Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If these are the people that they're actually looking to make Person of the Year, then stop the stupid thing.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Also, there's still more. There's more. Jerome Powell, the guy in charge of the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, I
don't know what he did this year, but that.
Well, he's slowed down inflation drastically.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah.
And 3 more. 2 of them, I'm so glad they didn't get it. One was Putin.
The hell would he be there for?
Yeah.
Oh, look, I went in and attacked a country for no reason other than I'm just an ass.
Especially 1 year after Zelensky won it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The Trump prosecutors probably should have won.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And finally, Xi Jinping, who seems to get nominated every year.
Yeah.
China's president.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to have the whole entire thing of, wait, where do I recognize that name from? And I'm like, trying to think.
He's the Chinese president.
Well, when you've got the second largest population, it's kind of easy to...
Oh, excuse me. President.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, literally the only reason why I remembered him is because of the fact that he banned Winnie the Pooh. Literally, it went Winnie the Pooh and then him. I'm like,
just because people say that they look alike.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing that any leader of China has ever done.
Yeah, well, the thing that makes it worse, too, is the more you try separating yourself from something, the more it bonds you.
Yeah.
So him be like, wow, I'm being compared to Winnie the Pooh? Ban. Everyone else, oh my gosh! It's Winnie the
Pooh! Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, well. So, yeah, it's just a stupid thing now, I mean, she's done nothing.
She hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the NFL pushed it because, she's raised their ratings.
Yeah, either that or it could be the whole Argentina? I think it was there. I forgot what. It was some country in South America there, right? They're having a big pushback because their election or whatever. And I believe they just voted in like an anarchist for their president or whatever. But there was a whole thing among the Taylor Swift fans.
Ironic.
Right, where all I heard was, oh my gosh, guys, we have to be on the right side of history, be like Taylor. And then it's like, guys, I don't think Taylor Swift has commented about this. And I'm sorry, but the right side of history, history is written by the victors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hear that phrase so often, it's like, yes. Mm-hmm. Be on the right side of history. I'm sorry, but, for the elections coming up, since we all know Trump's most likely going to try running again, he's going to be out here saying...
He's been running.
Exactly. He's going to be like, guys...
And knowing how the Republican Party he's going to get nominated.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. But he's going to pull some... I'm the best there ever has been. These Democrats, man, they've been out here making things wrong. No.
The
Vote
radical
for me.
left.
I'll be on the radical left, man. They've screwed with our history for too many times, man. Vote for me. We'll make history on the right side again.
We'll make history great again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make history great again with the greatest president to ever live or be president.
Your favorite president is back.
Exactly. Right. My favorite thing about the little Trump impression is all you gotta do is sound like a douche, and then you got him.
Exactly. And you gotta make these hand signals too.
Exactly. Hand signals and sounding like a douche, and boom, you got him.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of Mr. Trump, we can go right on to our next topic because it's about him.
Yep.
So he's claimed now in the trial. I don't even know what the hell trial it is. It's the one where there's a special prosecutor going after him.
It's certainly one of them.
Yeah, but
it's certainly one of his trials.
He's challenging that stating that while president, you can't prosecute, you can't come after me for what I did while I was president. Basically stating that nothing is illegal while he is president.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Nixon too.
I'm like, what the
Nixon said the exact same thing in an interview.
You know, I mean,
after he left office.
The whole...
He said, well, if the president does it, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
The whole problem is that's the whole reason for impeachment.
Yeah.
That's why it exists, to hold the president accountable. I mean, that's it.
No, exactly. It's like, I'm sorry, but like, imagine if Hitler said that. He's like, whoa, guys, just because I killed all these Jews in several countries, several generations, and want to take over the world while I was Chancellor of Germany, can't convict me.
Yeah.
You can't indict me because I did it while I was in power.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just...
You see, if I try to do it now, then you can come after me.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much what Trump has been saying. He, and the special counsel said, you know what? Let's go right to the Supreme Court and find out what they say. The problem he's going to run into, most of the appointees came during what era? Oh, the Trump era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the rest of them came from the Bush and Obama eras.
Yeah. I
and there's Clarence Thomas, who
we're going to find out.
Has been there for too long.
Yeah, we're going to find out very soon because he's asked for an expedited an expedited review of this.
Yeah.
And I didn't see on the news that they talked about it, but they said that they're going to actually review it. So that, because he's claiming the whole trial is, interference with elections and all this other crap. And
yeah,
we're going to find out really, really quick.
From the guy who asked for Russia to interfere in the elections to help him win.
Yeah, we're going to find out quickly whether these,
from the guy who asked
justices...
for the Russian government to post ads for his campaign on Facebook.
Yeah. We're going to find out quickly if these justices are actually going to review the law and base their decision on the law, or if they're just going to go with, well, he appointed me.
Yeah.
I mean, he got me this job.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the stupidest thing about it is, I don't know if you guys have heard, well, I know, Ryan, you have, because I showed you this. They got him in 4K in an interview admitting, because people were like, oh, Trump, are you going to be a dictator if you're elected again? And he goes...
On day one, I will absolutely be a dictator.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And
Day
everybody
one,
knows it.
which sets the whole rest.
Yeah, he thinks he's going to be able to do whatever he wants, and he can't.
Exactly.
Truthfully, the President of the United States is not the most powerful man in the world, no matter how many times people tell you. There's checks and balances that balance it out.
If he wins the presidency and the Democrats win the House, he's getting impeached a third time.
Yeah, well,
yeah, and
like
this time
on
they're
day
going to
one.
expedite it. They'll expedite it. They're going to really go after him hard and fast.
yeah.
I think the stupidest move he's making is actually running again because that opens him up for impeachment.
Yeah.
A third time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the dumbest thing about it is the fact that, let's say he does get president, right?
Somehow.
In that, somehow, right? Was it the things he's trying to set up is literally in a way a dictatorship? He's like what was it?
I mean,
He wants
look
a
up
certain guy
Project
for
2025.
exactly. So it's like, buddy, I don't want the fall of Rome. Like, you see the memes of everyone thinking about the Roman Empire. I'm just wondering why. Maybe it's because maybe we're coming to an end as a country, as this country, because of all this crap.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible
Many
that this
great
is going to
nations
start
only
it.
last 250 years, and we're closing in on 250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing, I've said it before, there's going to be a revolution. There just has to be. You know, you look at what's happening with this whole thing with Ukraine. I mean,
Yeah.
we're in debt to our frickin' eyeballs. You know, they were talking about it on the morning news.
It's always been like that.
No. They were showing it on the morning news today. And we were not saying that it wasn't a lot of debt, but 10 years ago it was only $400 million.
Which is a lot.
Yeah. But you look at it now and it's a couple of $1 trillion.
A couple. It's more like 30 trillion.
I don't know what was that.
No.
I think it's like 1.7 or something like that. I don't remember.
I thought it was 3.
It could be. Maybe it's 3.2.
Current American debt.
But they were
It's
talking
expected
about
to
it.
be 41 trillion by 2026.
Oh, it says the 33 trillion gross federal debt equals debt held by the public plus debt held by federal trust funds and other government accounts.
Yeah. So the debt that we have, they were talking about it. If you look at it based on the population of the United States, everybody, this includes children, as in babies, newborns. Every person in the United States owes over $100,000.
Just for living.
Yeah.
For living in the United States.
Yep. And if you say, okay, well, you know what, we're not going to count anybody who doesn't pay taxes, it puts it up over $250,000 per person.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we've got these idiots, you know, like Zelensky. Oh, well, you got to give us more money. Hello? You want another $60 billion. Where are we going to get that from? And, you know, Biden's, we need to do this. We need to do this. Well, why don't you pull it out of your ass, buddy? I ain't got no more.
Yeah.
I don't got that kind of money.
You know, I mean, these politicians just throw this money around like it's nothing. Because it's nothing to them because they're not paying taxes. And this is why there is going to be a revolution. At some point, those people, and by those people, I'm talking people who are paying the most in taxes, not necessarily the largest dollar figure, the largest percentage of their income, which is me. You know, at some point, we're going to jump up and say, hey, you know what?
Lower class.
We're done. We gotta fix this. And unfortunately, you know, some people say, "Oh, Trump was the revolution." No, Trump is not the revolution because Trump sees himself as rich. Anybody who says, "Oh yeah, he's going to fix it," guess what, folks?
No, he's not. He doesn't care.
Yeah, simply put, here's the problem: the stuff that he put in that supposedly helped the lower levels, like the middle and middle and lower class. That's only good for 10 years, and then everything really, really benefits the wealthy. But nobody looks at that.
Same with That was the same with most Republican tax cuts.
Yeah, everything is short term.
At least since Reagan.
Everything is short term for the sole purpose of getting reelected. By the time those taxes go up through the roof, you've forgotten who did it, and you blame whoever's currently in office.
Exactly. That's why Biden's getting the blame for all of this crap.
Well, not necessarily.
And he hasn't really gotten a chance to do much.
Not necessarily. The problem we have is the 9/11 attacks. It cost the American people a ton of money. You know, and it's not just the attacks. It's all of everything that we did after the attacks. It cost us a ton of money. You know, it actually showed that we were not prepared for a war like that in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and it cost a lot of lives, but it also cost a ton of money because we lost so much equipment. But, at any rate. So what do you say? What you got, Justin? I hear you brought a topic in for us.
Yeah, so Oswego and the dorms.
Ah, the college.
So, yep.
Go Lakers.
Woo. So, for the building I'm in, I'm not going to say the building, but we have a ventilation problem. And recently, after coming back from break, right, me and my roommate, we ended up finding mold growing on the windows.
Ah.
Right? And so every day now, we come back, and mind you, we had put in a complaint about the ventilation, saying, hey, it's way too hot in here, we can't control it, even though we have a literal thermostat on the thing, showing we're supposed to be able to, right?
Yeah.
And then after we put in our request and stuff, because of the mold, right, a janitor comes, and he's like, yeah, so I can clean the mold, can't do anything about the ventilation.
Well,
and we're like, why?
He's a janitor. He's not facilities.
Well, and that's the thing. He's been trying for 6 months, because they know the problem.
Yeah.
They know the problem. He's been trying for 6 months to get on his boss, and his boss to get on his boss, like boss's boss, right? Mm-hmm. About the ventilation problem, right? Because he has kids, right, who are college age, right?
Right.
All the ventilation in each dorm room is not working, so it's just, like, pumping out the air, right? Creating this humidity problem, right? To which creates the mold, because even in the bathrooms where you're showering, there's no ventilation in there. Only in the hallways. Right? And they know this, right? And I brought it up, when I went to, talk to someone one time, right? And they're like, what? Okay, I gotta go report this, right? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. They're like, yeah, no, I won't say your name or anything, but, like, I want to see, like, fact check this. I'm like, go ahead. Right? The RHD even knows about this. She's the one who got us expedited for the janitor to come in. Like, they know. The problem is the fact that, like, going back to the Trump thing, we have people who should be in power not in power, right? So, like, we have people like Trump out here who were in power or are in power, right? Who shouldn't be in power. Versus we have, like, the middle lower class who knows what we need, not in power. And then nothing gets done.
Or in power without... Or they're in power, but they don't have enough power to do anything.
No, exactly. And, like, it's literally crazy. Because it's just like, oh, so you're not going to do anything until everyone's in an uproar. Uproar. And sorry if I'm, like, coughing here and there. It's literally because of the mold. Allergies. right? And literally, like, this has been a problem I've had, and, like, Ryan, you heard me on VC once. I was twice as bad as this now. Right. But, no, the problem is, they only want to do temporary solutions. The poor janitors, right? They've been just out here literally being like, yeah, we've been fighting for 6 months about this crap. We've been having to try cleaning the, the best we can just to make sure you guys have breathable air that's healthy. And it's like,
God.
my God. It's crazy.
Aren't you
Like,
glad you're living in an updated dorm?
I know, updated.
Updated.
Yeah, I was in that same one, and I didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it goes back to, it's like I've told people before. If you talk to any civil engineer, when you have lanes shrink down right after a stoplight, there's no problem. Yeah. There's never a problem with that. What's the problem? You see, if everybody merges correctly, it works fine. Nobody merges correctly. Everybody wants to be in front. It's that same problem. Theoretically, this would work. The system they put in should work. The problem is, theory doesn't always match up with practicality. And you can't teach. This is something that you can't teach. This is something people have to learn. Yeah. And my guess is, when the state signed the contract for the update on the building, they made the assumption that they were going to get a quality engineer who knew what the hell they were doing. But guess what?
They don't.
Yeah. And some of that comes back to how, the way laws are written, they have to take the lowest bidder. They have to.
Yeah.
Unless they can truly justify spending more money. They have to take the lowest bidder. So somebody says, hey, I got a brand new engineer. He's not going to cost me anything. Let's throw him on there. Let's do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
this is what you get. And they're not going to, until there's a lawsuit because somebody got really sick and was in the hospital, they're not going to do anything about it. They can't afford to.
No, exactly. And it also boggles my mind because of the fact that this doesn't just show their kind of ethic of it, you know what I mean? Like their ethics.
Yeah.
But this also shows what they produce into our society.
Well, not really, because it's probably not engineers from SUNY Oswego that actually did it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's not SUNY Oswego's engineers. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, if this is the standard for this, what's the standard for other things?
Yeah.
Right? Because I've heard, literally down the grapevine, from other students of them using, right, like ChatGPT, etc., just to get their essays or other things done. And it's like,
that's
if this is the type of if this is the type of stuff, right, where, because, like, mind you, I'm not bashing on AI. If used correctly, keyword here is correctly, it's great. Right? If you're going to use ChatGPT to help you figure out how to structure an essay, great! If you're going to have it write your essay, whoop, I'm going to love having you as a doctor years later. I'm coughing up blood. What is this? Oh, let me check real quick in my book. Blip, 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 blip. I believe you have a cold. Here, some over-the-counter prescription. Don't worry. Come back to me in 2 weeks. Next thing you know, oh, sir,
dead.
So the person's dead. Oh, why did they die? Oh, turns out when the coroner or whatever did the post-mortem, like,
The autopsy.
report. The autopsy.
Autopsy.
They had stage 4 lung cancer. It's like,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh, well, it's fine. It's like, no.
Yeah, it's
No.
all right. I got paid. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all good.
Perfectly fine.
It's all good. It's Jiggy, baby.
Yeah. I just literally wish the way the people put in their ethics, as well as for even politics here, we taught and created jobs that were, like, for instance, the one thing I love about pretty much becoming like a therapist or a counselor, our literal job is to make sure our job is obsolete. It's to delete our own job.
Yeah.
That is the point of a counselor. They're supposed to teach you the skills and then hope to dear God you never show back up on our doorstep unless you need other tips. Right? And so it's like, yeah, if we had every job put that type of metaphor there, it's like, or that type of, like, work ethic, it's like, ah, yes. No more mold problems, no more debt, no more so many things.
No more nothing.
Exactly.
No more people of the year.
No more popularity contests.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my.
Because for once, stuff would actually be getting done.
All right, folks. Sure you heard that music starting up. Justin, thank you very much for joining us again.
Thank you
Always
for
a
having
pleasure.
me.